ci fajkat yi.
I think it was Sane.
First name?
Naka la tudda?
First name.
Man or woman?
Góor la ndax jigéen?
Góor la.
Is a male passing.
So, mom dafa ñëw si suba si mu jox ko fansida.
So he was given fansida in the morning.
Ko jox 3 fansida ak ñaar paracetamol.
3 fansida and 2 paracetamol were given to him.
Fekk waa ji lekkul dara.
And at that time he had not eaten anything.
So mu dem non bëccëg tamit mu complain.
He was like that until in the afternoon he complained again in the
afternoon. Did they take him to hospital?
Yóbbu nañ ko lopitaan.
No. Still, so complain dañuy woo medic.
If you complain, they will call a medic.
So medic dafa ñëw, medic bu mu ñëw.
And when the medic came,
mu jëlaat fansida joxaat ko.
He gave him fansida again.
Lekkul dara.
And at that time he had not eaten anything.
So mu dem non still mu ngi complain, mu ngi jooy daal.
He was in that condition, still complaining to the point of crying.
Mu ne gars yi ñëw ko hospital.
And he claimed that he told the guys to take him to hospital.
So noonu la nekk bañ tëj buntay, still mu ngi jooy.
He was there until the doors were closed and he was still crying.
Are you telling us that in spite of the pain in which he was in, in spite of the fact that he has asked to be taken to hospital, they did not take him to the hospital?
Dang ñu bëgg wax ne ak metit bi nga xamne yépp moko doon dal ak li nga xamne yépp wax nañ pour ñu yóbbu ko l'hôpital ba légui yóbbuñ ko l'hôpital.
Mané clinique bu nga xamne mile 2 la nekk yóbbuñ ko clinique.
Even the clinic in the mile 2, after when all this happened, they didn't even take him to the clinic inside mile 2.
So they got you to the hospital. Si clinic bi nga jaar.
Well, if you hear that somebody has been taken to the hospital, they've even taken him to the clinic inside mile 2.
But Tambo, they know you know what confirming, you know bu nangu ken dem clinic.
And at that time, what was said was that let them not allow anybody from confinement to be taken to the clinic.
Do you know why that decision was taken?
Xam nga lana tax ñu jël dogal bobu?
Order la dal.
It was an order.
You know, guys, suñ demee fofu awma dañuy trafficking do they understand that?
And dañoo try lan?
Trafficking.
Well, they said at that time if they go to the clinic, they will do trafficking. You don't understand what happens.
So Tambobu ñun ku sola dal medic for officer dañuy yon officer mu dem wo medic mu ñew.
At that time, anybody who is in pain or so, they will ask somebody to come and call the medic, and the medic will come.
And what eventually happened to Al-Husseini?
So Al-Husseini
ci mujjé gi nak lan mo dal Al-Husseini?
Non la demee ba timis.
He was there till around late in the evening.
The same complaint.
With the same complaint.
In the fansida.
He brought fansida. When they gave him fansida in the evening, he threw it away. He told them, as for him, let them take him to the hospital. Since in the morning they were giving him pills, and that medicine is giving him trouble. And from the morning up to that time in the evening, he didn't eat anything. He told them to help him and take him to the hospital. They refused up to the time when they closed the doors. They said the man is not a peaceful man. Because the medicine they gave him, he decided to throw it away. That's why they said, he's not a man of peace. He was there like that till late in the evening, till late in the night. Around 1. He was still crying. They called another medic called Jane. Jane tami dafa ñu wil waji bunta bi mu jox garab waji mu ne du jël garab bi. Jane came, opened the door and gave him some medication, and he said he will not take that medicine. So, That's the time when they decided to lock the doors and they said, let's leave him there.
Alfusen ba popular neka disaga sende, disaga sende, disaga sende.
Why was he
Alfseni was there insulting their mothers.
Why was he doing that?
Lana tax mu doon def loolu.
Xolam moo jeex.
Well,
Gis ne ñi daal dañ ko parare rek.
he was very angry because what he thought was that these people wanted to kill him.
So amul benn doole bu mu am léegi dafa nekk si sel bi rek di yugu seen tur officer yi seen nangam deeni.
Because he has nothing to do. What he was able to do was to shout the officers and insult their parents.
And he was left to languish in that cell?
Léegi nag noonu lañ ko bàyyee rek ci sel bi.
Noonu lañ ko bàyyi ba mu sedda.
That's how they left him there until he died.
Did they... All right, let's move. Do you know whether they did a post-mortem on him?
Ndax xam nga ndax gannaaw bu mu deeyee nag docteur yi seet nañ ko pour xam lan moo sabab deeyam.
ñoom kay suñu ñëw kay gis nañ ne dee nga moom Mamadi Mané sax bés deeyam bi man dama saaga gaay
Well,
dañ ñëw boor 9 ak seen balankaar bi ñu jël niw bi ma ne waaf si boppam ak moom Sané dañ ñëw jël ma ne yéen a rey kii kenn reyu ko yéen a ko rey.
well, those people, they don't mind. Even when Mamadi Sane died, when they came with the stretcher, Mamadi Mane died, when they came with the stretcher to take him away, I insulted them. I told them, in fact, you people, Sane and the other guy, I told them, you people are the guys who killed this man.
ñu ne kii dof la bu leen ko faale.
And they said, the man is a madman, don't even answer him, don't even check him.
But how did Mamadi die?
Mamadi moom naka la deeyee.
Mamadi comme nu ma la waxee buñ ko escort pour yóbbu ko clinique.
What I said before was when they were escorting him to take him to the clinic,
bu mu toog officer yi ñu foog ne dafa bugg a for dara.
when he tried to sit down, the officers thought that he was about to pick up something so that he will throw it at them.
So both Mamadi and Al-Husseini, they died as a result of neglect while they were in their rooms, in their cells, complaining about pain and needing to go to hospital.
Bon dafa mel ni Mamadi ak Alfousseni ñoom ñëpp daal càggante moo leen rey gannaaw boo xamee ne ñu ngi feebar nekk ci seen biir seel yi di jooy di yuuxu pour yóbbu leen lopitaan ñu sàgganee leen fa bañ dee.
Loolu moo am.
Yes, that's what happened.
How about Dennis?
Naka Dennis nag.
Dennis dara jotuloon Dennis feebarul daal ba mun ma ne feebar bi la am wala feebar bi déedéet.
Dennis, nothing happened to him. In fact, I cannot say this is what happened to him or this is what happened to him. I cannot say that. Yes, we were on the second row. In fact, he used to train at our door.
What do you mean by he used to train at our door?
You mean
he used to do exercise?
Boy tambobu kuneka danga train aso trainul dimbale sa bopa leka bu nga nekk di leka baawul yaa ngi still toog benn place su yàgga
at that time the boys there used to help themselves by doing some exercise because the food is not bad and we are always placed at one place.
The food is not good.
The food is not good and you are seated at one place, so you have to do some exercise to help yourself.
Kooku moom dañ duga ñu nekk noon ba changes after changes ma dégga mu ngi dóor marax.
Yes, we were there until when the time came for us to go in and they locked the doors. After that, when the time came for change of duties, after that we had him knocking on the wall.
So bu mu dóor all bi si laa jóg.
So after he knocked on the wall, I got up, and at that time I had bowls or basins falling down.
So buma jog sila ko mana Dennis nangu taw.
I called his name twice, but he didn't answer.
fekkee ñaar xaritam yi ñu ngi sama opposition. Captain ak Carlos.
He had two friends opposite me, Captain and Carlos.
Carlos, sen waji de xawma lan moko dal.
Then I told Carlos, well, your man is there, but I don't know what has happened to him. Then I told them, yes, let's try it and get the officer in charge. At that time, George Colley was the person who was officer in charge.
George Colley muñu maneko kuneka sama born Dennis. Dafa danu xawma lawyer dal.
When George Colley came, I told him, well, Dennis, the man next to me, we heard noise there, and I think he has fallen down. We don't know what happened.
Muna legi dafa dem gis ki officer bu nekk fofu guddi ba ñom duñ yor caabi de guddi. Officer ñu nekk underground.
He said he was going to check for the officer on the ground because the guards don't keep the keys.
Dafa jenna mu dem gis officer bi ñu dem wor docteur bi tammi sen medic bi bañu gis sen medic bi bob around 2 o'clock.
They went and the man was out and they went to the doctor, but they were unable to see the officer till around 2 o'clock.
They went to look for the medic.
The medic until around 2 o'clock. So 2 a.m.
At what stage did you speak to the guard? What time?
Yow ban waxtu nga wax ak ñi doon garder fofu?
Ma wa gaay bor 11 la won.
When I was talking to them, it was around 11.
10 nañu def changes.
They used to change duties at 10 o'clock.
Okay. At what time did they come back to the cell to assist Dennis?
Ñom ban waxtu bi nga waxé ñom ba paré ban waxtu lañ dellu ci waat nak ci cell bi pour dimbalé Dennis?
Ñom bor 2 o'clock lañ delo fofu.
They came around 2 a.m.
And then?
Then you board 2 o'clock. Doctor bi ak officer in charge bi ñu duga ci nek bi ñu xamné ki dafa dé.
They came around 2 o'clock. The doctor and the officer in charge, when they went into the cell and looked at the man, then that's the time they discovered that the man is dead.
Did they come with a doctor or with a medic?
Prison medic.
It was a prison medic, not a doctor.
So after Silange na ñu dem wo sen bossi ñu nga amne fofu ci quotas bi lañ déka.
That's the time when they went out and called their senior officers who were living in the quarters around there.
When them jël balankar bi ñu indi ko.
Then they went and picked up a stretcher and brought it.
Bu ñu indi bobu ñu jéné waji.
When they came,
so ñun tam bobu ñun yeb ñu ngi stand by.
They put him on top of a stretcher, they brought him out. At that time we were all standing by.
Gudi si mom ken nalawul.
And that night nobody went to sleep.
Ñun yeb ñu ngi len xaar legi.
We were all waiting for them.
Dañ ñoo jël niw bi jëné niw bi buñ jëné niw bi man si la tour ndok door sama bunta bi so ñene itam door seen bunta yi fofu yeb door bunta gaay daw jëna.
That was the time when I hit my door and I poured some water on the ground. Likewise, the others, they all started hitting their doors and they ran away.
Why did you do that?
Because what they did was very bad. You cannot lock somebody in one place. And you lock somebody inside a room and take the key and take it somewhere else.
Officer ñu fa nek su nit su daanu fofu ñom naka lañ mëna dimbal at least Amerique suñu mais ñom suñu yor tiabi fofu.
The officers there, had they been keeping the key there, if somebody falls down or something happens to the person, and when the medic comes, they'll be able to open the door.
Maybe ngalaw la ñaka.
Maybe he was lack of air.
So suñaka ngalaw suñ ko jëne maybe mën nañ ko dimbalé mo mëna recover bopam.
Somebody who is lack of air, if they take him out of the cell, maybe he will be able to recover.
When you beat the door, when you hit the door, were you doing it in protest of what has happened?
Bi ngeen door bunta bi ndax da ngeen ko doon def pour mer li nga xamne mo xew pour wane seen naxar ci loolu.
pour wane seen mer.
naxar.
dañu leen doon reykat nit lañ reykat nit lañ am nga rek.
What we were trying to portray to them, the officers, was that they were killers.
Do you know whether an investigation has ever been carried out at Mile 2 prison just to inquire into why a prisoner died?
Ndax xam nga ndax mus nañoo dajale ay nit yoo xam ne dañoo def ay gëstu pour xam su fekkee ne am na prisoner bu dee ñu jéem a def gëstu ci li nga xam ne moo waral deeyam bi.
loolu bu ma dugg Mile 2 musuma ko gis bu dul dee ki nu sa Luis Gomez.
Well, since I went to Mile 2, I've never seen anything like that, except after the death of Luis Gomez.
And when was that?
Loolu kañ la woon?
Foog na 2018 bi wala 19 daal 18 la daal.
I think it must be 2018 or 19, but I think it was in 2018.
So since you were sentenced, 13 years in Mile 2 prisons, you have never seen a coroner's inquest.
yow dafa mel ni bañ la tëjee fukki at ak ñett ci Mile 2 prison musuloo gis kenn koo xam ne dee na fa ñuy def gëstu di seet lan moo waral deeyam.
musuma ko gis.
I've never seen anything like that. Never.
Let's talk about Malang Sonko.
nañ wax nag léegi ci mbiri Malang Sonko.
so Malang Sonko moom foofu la nekk dead row la nekk.
Malang Sonko was there at death row.
Still mu ngi fa sax.
And still he's there.
benn bés awma ban problème la ma amala gaay.
One day, I cannot remember what problem he had with them.
leen ko jël yóbbu ko.
They came and took him out.
dañ ko dóor ankop ko tànk ak loxo.
They cuffed his hands and legs and they beat him.
so si leen ko indi seal ko.
And they brought him back and sealed.
And sealed him.
And sealed him, yes.
What does it mean to say that a prisoner has been sealed?
soo waxee loolu ne dañ ko tënkal du loolu lum tekki.
seal mooy yow amuloo right pour génn si biti.
That means the person has no right to go out.
And then what happened?
so after kooku noonu la nekk foofu ba mu feebar paralyzed.
He was there like that until he became sick, up to the point that he became paralyzed.
fu mu ne nii sax mu ngi tane tuuti mais olu bente bekke la am moom.
He's there up to now, but still now he's not completely healed.
Before
He's walking with crutches.
Before he was beaten up and kept in chains, was he of good health?
Balañ ko doon dóor di ko ceene ndax moom wérgu yaramam mu ngi baaxoon.
boobu dafa wér kam.
Yeah, he was quite well.
As far as you're concerned, who is responsible for his condition?
ci yow daal ci sa wàlli gis-gis daal kan moo waral anam yim nekkee noonu mu nekkee ko.
so keroog am nga buñ ma woo Trrc bi nii keroog ama mu ne dafa bëggoon gis opération.
When I was biñ la ooyee yow ndax moom.
no man. buñ ma woo fii nii.
When I was called here, he said he wanted to see the operations.
fan yooyu dafa dem si opération mu di santa opération.
Those days, within those days, he went and saw the people at the operations department.
so bu mu ñëw dama ko laaj ma ne yow tey yaa ngi sol tuba bu guddee de mu ne non ma ne kana hospital nga jógee mu ne non moom si opération la jógee.
When he came, I asked him, today you are wearing long trousers. Where have you been to? He said, no, he went to see the people at the operations section.
so ma ne ko lawyer foofu.
I asked him what has happened there.
mu ne non moom dafa demoon si opération dafa war a am sardine aw ma kombi gars yi dimbali wuñ ko.
He said the reason for him to go and see the people at the operations unit, he wanted to have sardines and corned beef, but the guys didn't help him.
so mu ne directeur opération mu ne dina ko jàppale si loolu.
And the operation said at that time they will help him with that.
Sila explainal operation febarambi.
And that's the time he explained the nature of his sickness to the operations people.
So bumwa operation mune operation Monday guy nyoma depli.
Then he told the operations people that it is the people here, the officers who did this to me.
And who was he referring to?
bu waxee loolu moom kan la doon wax ne ñoo ko def noonu.
So bumwa lolo operation.
When he explained this to the operations section,
operation mune dina kiskisi affaire bi.
Then the operations section members said they will investigate the matter.
Mune operation mune ya li gerul nga kiskisi li ya jo gaay oda pour ñu def mali.
Then he told the operations section people that, well, there's no need to investigate about this because you gave them the order to do this to me.
So he was in fact insinuating that it's the senior officials who are responsible for his paralysis.
Bon lim do wax dal moy tekki ne ñi nga xamne ñoy kilifa yi fa liggéey nonu ñom ñoo waral liko dal non dal ko.
Man bes bobu mo lol sa dama retan ba bu mo ne c'est opération la jógee opération mu ne dinañ kis ñu ko def li moom wax na opération ne moom si boppam moo jox oda pour ñu def ko li.
The day he told me this, I even laughed because when I asked him, he said, well, when he went to the operation section and they said they were going to investigate the matter, he told the operation section people that, well, there's no need for you to investigate this matter because it was you who gave them the order to do this to me.
In fact, Mr. Witness, paralysis is not something that is uncommon in the prisons.
Ndaxam sax seede bi loolu nga xam ne moo tëye ciram yi kooku noonu loolu nekkul loo xam ne duy faral la am ci kaso bi.
Non Lamin Cissé balaa mu dee dafa paralyzed.
No, Lamin Cissé, before he died, he became paralyzed.
Ex-police la woon.
He was an ex-policeman.
Moom foog na 2015 la dee daal.
I think he died in 2015.
Amadi Sabane balaa mu dee.
Mati Sawane, before he died, he was paralyzed.
So I'm not kufane right now, sa Keba Jeng.
There's somebody right now called Keba Jeng. He's paralyzed.
Sonko bumalewa nintami, the same la.
And
Akital balamude depa paralyzed.
Sonko, before he died, he also became paralyzed.
And what do you think is responsible for this?
Lan nga foog ne nag moo dee waral loolu.
Some people attribute it to a stroke, but I don't understand.
We know that you have told us that this person was beaten, Malang Sonko. He was beaten and soon afterwards he became paralyzed because he was kept in chains for a very long time.
Wax nga ñu ne Malang Sonko mom dafa paralyzed ndaxte dañ ko dóor dal di ko ceene gannaaw loolu nag ci la amee paralyzed boobu noonu.
Are you aware of any other person who became paralyzed as a result of beatings?
Ndax xam nga keneen koo xam ne loolu dal na ko te mu ngi sababoo ci ay dóor yoo xam ne dañ ko dóor.
No. Or being kept in chains for a very long time?
Wala ñu ceene ko ceene bu yàgga.
You see this dal maybe teacher de.
Well,
teacher dañ mujjé dox ben tankam.
Well, as for the others who are left there, they are still there. But as for teacher, they eventually had to cut off one of his legs.
But this issue of putting someone in chains for years is also not so very uncommon at Mile 2 prisons, correct?
Waaye tamit nag jël nit ceene ko ay at loolu nekkul loo xam ne daal lu tumaranke la Mile 2 foofu dafa dee am.
No léegi du am léegi de ba léegi moom dëgga moom léegi li ngi def loolu nit.
No, they don't do that to people nowadays. Now, that doesn't happen there nowadays.
Up to 2017, did it used to happen?
Ba 2017 du fa daan xew.
Comme ni ma la wax nii ñoom Sadio Diadio ñoom capitaine Diop ñoom dañ nekk si encore 2 years ba pare 2 years boobu sax amuñ access pour dem hospital amuñ access pour dem clinique.
As for Sadio Diadio and Captain Job, before that time, they were in chains. They didn't have time to go to the hospital or to the clinic.
They were not allowed to go to the hospital.
They were not allowed to go to the hospital.
Also BK Sanyang, correct?
BK Sanyang.
And Momodou Njai.
BK Sanyang and Momodou Njai, yes.
And all 4 of them were kept in chains for years.
Captain So.
And Captain So.
And Captain So.
Buba, no. Kenan ki dama party turam, mom tam soja la.
I forgot the other man's name. He was also a soldier.
Suñ buga gis doctor dal. Doctor moy joge infirmary, mu ñew be confirmer gis la.
If they wanted to see a doctor, it is the doctor who will leave the infirmary to come and see them.
Ñom dead row lañ nekk mais amuñ access pour gis sen mbokay.
They are kept at the death row, but they don't have the access to see their relatives.
Access for this doctor.
And they don't have access to see the doctor.
They had access to see the doctor, but they didn't have access to go to the doctor.
They have right to see prison medic.
Okay.
They have a right to see the prison medic.
Okay, but not a medical doctor.
No.
Okay.
Do you know whether any prisons officers have gone against these restrictions?
Ndax xam nga ndax am na kenn koo xam ne ci ñuy liggéey foofu ci prison bi la ñoo xam ne ànduñ ak li nga xam ne moo fa doon dox.
Man daal mun moo ne ànduñ ak loolu ba ñoom daxane seen morong officer in charge manga dañ ñëw ñu ne dañ fekk so number 1 bés boobu awma manga dafa jox order boy time su jot pour ñu jëne encore gaa yi dem sangu.
Well, they even dismissed an officer there called Manga, who gave orders to one of their juniors to remove the cuffs from Saul's hands, but he was dismissed for that.
So, ñoom autorité yi dañ ñëwoon pour round.
The authorities came there to go round.
Always weekend, dañuy ñëw pour trouble officer, either ñu trouble prisoner.
Around the weekend, they will always come there to trouble the officers or to trouble the inmates.
When
they came, they met up with Saul, who was just coming from taking bath.
Officer in charge,
That's the time when they asked the officer in charge, why is this person not in cuffs?
In charge,
he told them that this man went to take bath.
After weekend la Monday, then ñu woko ñu dugal ko ci kaso fofu number 1 fofu fu waji sa so fu mu nekk.
Well, they didn't tell him anything because it was weekends, but Monday when they came, they took this officer and put him inside the cell where Saul himself was kept.
Yow da nga gis ne officer yépp ko xamne so caaxaan gaay yoy seen affaire so caaxaan rek yow da nga lose sa liggéey.
Even officers, you can see that if you play around with your job, you might lose your job easily.
And what eventually happened to Manga?
Manga nak ca mujjantel ba mom lana ko dal.
Manga dañ ko yóbbu NIA after dafa sa fofu almost 2 months dal mu ngi ci kaso bi benn day dañ ko jël ñu yóbbu ko NIA.
He was taken to the NIA. I think he was there for 2 months.
He was in the cell at mile 2 for 2 months, and thereafter he was taken to the NIA. Right?
Yes.
And have you seen him again since?
Gannaaw bi gisaatoon nga ko.
Man sama nit la bu mu nekk foofu moom actually am nga rek mais buñ ko jël foofu bañ yóbbu ko benn tey daal teguma ko bët.
Since he was taken up to now, I have not seen him.
Is it safe to say that he is no longer working for the prison service?
Ndax mun nañoo wax ne léegi liggéeyatut foofu ci prison bi.
Moom since problème boobu daal la ñàkk a liggéeyam.
Since he lost his job since that problem.
Now let's talk about the tortures that happened in the prisons.
Léegi nañ ñëw nag wax ci mbiri mitital yi nga xam ne mu ngay xew foofu ci kaso bi.
Comme
the beating of inmates?
Door yi ñoo door ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ fa tëj.
Ba mo man sama boppa sax si door yi laa bokka.
Even myself, I was amongst the people beaten.
As a victim or as an assailant? Do you beat or you've been beaten before?
Dang dee door wala yow sa bopp lañ dee door.
Man lañ door.
I was the one that was beaten.
How many times have you been beaten? Tell us the number of incidents.
Ñaata yoon lañ la door wax ñu ñaata yoon ci lañ la door yow sa boppa.
First door bi ñu ne boobu vision 2016 la.
The first beating was the Vision 2016.
What is Vision 2016?
Luy Vision 2016.
So Ibrahima Jammeh dafa ñu woon kayit mu ne kayit bi président office la jógee. Yaa ngi understand?
Ibrahima Jeju came with a Jammeh came with a paper and said that it was from the president's office.
So mu ne su fekkente ne da ngeen ko mun a jàng ngeen jàng ko.
And said that if we are able to read it, we should read it.
So be Vision 2016 la.
That is the Vision 2016.
Ku fi dee. dañuy suul sa bàmmeel mu ngi nii dañ la fay dugal rek mu jeex.
Anyone that dies here, we will just bury you and that's it.
Deputy director mu ngi toog moom tamit.
The deputy director was seated.
Bés boobu sa seen benn liggéeykat mu ngi fi koor.
That day, one of the workers, their core, was there. He witnessed it.
Man bés mu may jël sa ñoom koor ñoo ñu jël si ma bés boobu.
The day that I was being taken away, it was core and others who took me out.
Yeah, what's the connection between your beating and this Vision 2016?
Yow door biñ la daan door ban jokkale la am ak li ñoo wax Vision 2016.
Maybe door boobu moo nekk Vision 2016.
Maybe that beating was the Vision 2016.
So, help us to understand. He brought out a paper, you said, Jammeh, brought out a paper, and he said, for those of you who can read it, this is Vision 2016, right? Yeah. You die in this place, and that would be your grave. What did you understand him to mean?
Léegi leeralal ñu Jammeh dafa ñëw indi kayit ne leen koo xam ne mun na koo jàng daal lii mooy sa Vision 2016 te ku fi dee fii lañ laa suul yow loolu naka nga ko yëgee naka nga li mu wax noonu noo ko déggee.
Loolu kay man dëgga kay loolu moom dama gis ne dañ ñu bugg a finish rek.
Frankly, I see that they just wanted to finish it.
What was the information Jammeh was trying to convey to you at that point?
Jamono boobu ban xibaar la Jammeh bëggoon la ko eggee lan la bëggoon a eggee ci kayit boobu mu la doon jox lu mu tekki.
Man kayit boobu daal dafa ñu woon loolu pour ñu xam ne lii nekkul caaxaan.
Well, for me, that paper was brought so that we would know that this was not something to play about.
Was he trying to suggest to you that from that day onwards, those were the new rules in the prison?
Yes.
daf leen doon bëgg a xamal ne daal li ko dalee bés boobu daal lii mooy luwaayu ees yi nga xam ne mooy dox foofu noonu.
And what was to be this new rule at the prison?
Lan mooy woon nag luwaayu ees yooyu nga xam ne moom lañ indi foofu ci prison bi.
Loi bu bees yooyu kay dañ ñu wax ñu ñëpp ku caaxaan. The
new rule was that anyone that tried to play around with the president, the vultures will consume you.
And who are the vultures?
Léegi nag bon ñan ñooy tan yooyu.
Maybe ñun la.
Maybe it was us.
But the vultures would consume you. It means the vultures were different from the prisoners because the prisoners were supposed to be the victims of the consumption.
Suñu waxee ne ku foyee nguur tan yi lekkanda loolu dafa tekki ne bon tan yooyu nekkul ñiñ tëj ci kaso bi ndaxte ñiñ tëj ci kaso bi ñoom ñooy ñi nga xam ne ñoo doon roru ci mbir yi.
Ñun de daal ñun man gisuma daal lu ma ko def wala am nga rek.
When did the beatings, in fact, start? Did it start from that day Jame came with the Vision 2016, or had they in fact started before?
Door yi ñu leen doon door noonu kañ la commencé gannaaw bu Jammeh indi kayitam boobu muy ooyee Vision 2016 wala balaa moo indi kayit yi ci lañ la daan door.
Door bi startul foofu de.
The beatings did not start there.
Door bi dafa start si beneen officer saa bu nga xam ne aw ma sergeant la aw ma dañ ko dimootoon Kopul Balde.
It started with one officer. I don't know whether he was a corporal or a sergeant. He was demoted. He was called Balde.
Balde dañ ko yegal si table bi dañ ko door ba taati yi néew.
They stretched him on the table and they flogged him until his buttocks were swollen.
And Balde Bob since base Bob la gis Balde Bob.
And that was the last time I saw him.
Was Balde an officer or was he a prisoner?
Balde dafa doon liggéey wala dañ ko fa tëjoon.
Officer la.
He was an officer.
An officer was stretched and flogged?
Yes.
Ki fa liggéey ñu jël ko tëddal ko dóor ko.
Jammeh.
Jammeh.
What's the name of this Jammeh? What's his name?
Ibrahima.
Does he have any other names by which he is known?
Ndax Jammeh boobu am na beneen tur boo xam ne moom lañ ko gën a xamee.
dañ ko ne Chief Torturer.
They call him Chief Torturer.
Who calls him Chief Torturer?
Kana ko daan ooyee noonu Chief Torturer.
Maybe gayam yi ñoo koy wonoon the prison officer. Ba am nga kooku officer sa ñemewuñ ko de.
Maybe it's his comrades, the prison officers. Even his colleagues were afraid of him. The one that drove me here today, he was his personal driver. The last beating we got in his office, that guy was present.
Has he ever beaten you, Chief Torturer?
Moom ndax mus na laa dóor. Jammeh boobu mus na laa dóor yow sa bopp.
On that day, Jammeh was the one beating me up.
Mr. Chair, our screens are, my screen is blank. I don't know whether it's the same for you. I don't know whether it's the same for televisions at home, in the home. So it looks, it's okay. Okay, the problem is local here. All right, thank you very much. So then we proceed. Let's talk about the first time he had beaten you. What happened?
Léegi nañ wax njëlbeeni yoon bi la Jammeh dóoree lan moo xew.
Nothing happened. They took me into a one-man cell.
Mr. Witness, obviously, you would have done something. Whatever it was, tell us what you have done.
No, I didn't do anything. But I can tell you the source of that problem.
Okay, tell us about it.
The problem
and summarize it, huh?
Léegi wax ñu naka la demee waaye nga tënk ko daal mu gaaw.
I was in confinement. The problem started in the main yard. They said they discovered cannabis there. They said that that cannabis belonged to Lamin Jai.
Lamin Jah.
Lamin Jah.
So,
but before that, they had taken Makodo.
Pasila, Nyom Sekuminte, Nyom Lenyu.
And Piminte, they were the ones they took out. So they beat up Makodo.
Mune Laminja.
And he said Laminja.
Laminja tami ñu indi ko dóor ko ko tami mune man.
They brought in Laminja, beat him up, and he accused me.
And then?
Man tami.
Me too.
Baseball Thursday la on. Ñom ko dañ ma indi Thursday.
It was on a Thursday. Court and the others brought me on a Thursday in the evening. It was around dusk.
So Friday ligue du am.
On Friday, it's normally a no-work day. They took me to the one-man cell and they sealed me off.
Monday.
On Monday.
Fadera ak Keita.
Fadera and Keita. They came.
They handcuffed
me inside the cell. When I came out, they hooded my face. When they did that, they took me onto a vehicle. We went around to the headquarters. When I got to the headquarters, got to their place, where the senior officers were seated, I wasn't able to see. They were talking. I called out Ijame's name, and a voice said to me, "Who told you I am Ijame?" And I said to them, "Nothing is hidden from me. For you, whenever you speak, I am able to recognize your voices." So during the course of that encounter, he said that Lamin Jai said that I gave him the cannabis, and I told him that I did not give Lamin Jai the cannabis. So they stretched me on the. So in that situation, I was stretched on the table. They beat me up, after which I was brought down the table and water was poured over me.
How many cuts were you given? How many strikes? How many strokes?
Ñaata yar lañ la fa door?
It was countless. They will beat you until they tire, and then they will bring you down. And when they bring you down, if they will not get from you what they want to hear, they will put you back again.
So after.
That was how the beating took place, and after?
Then in the Stanley, in the Terry.
Stanley.
They brought in Stanley.
Then in the Terry Tami.
And Terry.
All of them were beaten.
He touched them.
Umar Jallo.
And Umar Jallo.
Anabi Jame.
And Anabi Jame.
Mr. Chair, under Section 65 of the Prisons Act, corporal punishment is allowed. And let me read out the section. Section 65(1) says, corporal punishment shall not be imposed except for the following offenses. Then it lists the offenses. At another section, I'll give that to you later, it says that prisons officers may punish prisoners by giving a maximum of 12 strokes for offenses within the prisons. Maximum of 12 strokes.
Yeah, actually,
Yes,
Council read us some of those provisions yesterday, but without the number of strokes.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I was waiting to ask.
There's a maximum of 12 strokes.
Okay.
But
yes,
the ICCPR has outlawed corporal punishment.
Indeed.
So one expects that the Gambia would not allow corporal punishment to be used anywhere, including in schools.
Well, I did express my shock and horrified that this is still in our books somewhere here. What's and then the date of the act I asked? It was in 1953.
53,
and
yes.
Amended them a few times.
Yes, few times in 1960 and in 1963.
The last amendment was 2008, you said? Yeah. But that's good. I'm glad that you raised it. Yes, indeed. If it was outlawed, that we still have it there and it's being administered is surprising. Please continue, Counsel.
So even if it was lawful for them to be given corporal punishment, they went beyond what was permissible under the Act. Was that the only time you were beaten?
Seede bi ndax loolu mooy benn yoon bi nga xam ne rek door nañ la ko.
No.
When was the second time or the next time you were beaten?
Kañ lañ la dooraat.
Second time, benn bés moom ak Lamin Jah ñoo jote boobu.
The second time was when I had a problem with Lamin Jah.
No, Lamin Jah si yard bi la nekkoon.
Lamin Jah was at the yard.
Dafa am ku deewoon number 1.
Someone had died at number 1.
Si guddi si ñoo officer yi gars yi nanguñ ubbi.
In the night, they called the officers, but they will not open the door.
So ñoom Lamin Jah ñoo doon kii daal, you understand?
So Lamin
just say the word you wanted to say.
ñoo doon manifester pour ñu ne niw bi du dem.
So Lamin Jah and the others were protesting that the dead body will not leave.
Since guddi.
Because since in the night, before that individual died, they had informed the officers. And they did not come to his assistance until that person had to die inside his cell. And so in the morning, they came wanting to take away the corpse. That was when the prisoners said that the dead body will not leave until the director himself came. So I do not know how they were able to manage until the corpse was taken away. I think Ijame still had that grievance, that anger in his heart. That was how he took Lamin Jah to confinement. Lamin Jah is at confinement, sealed, and it's been there for a long time.
Autorité dañ ko may res.
Dañ ko may res pour mu noppale ko.
Am nga suñ la seal.
You know, when you are sealed,
seal su jeex.
When the sea ends,
da nga continuer sa rest bi.
You continue your rest.
Yow soo nekk on the seal doo am rest.
But when you are on the seal, you are not able to rest. So one day when Ijame came and found him outside, he asked him, who told you to be outside? Lamin Jah said to him, well, I spent a long time inside the seal and I have been given the chance to be here. That is when I came, I said to him, well, Commander, you should also allow this man space now. He said to me, even you yourself, if you are not careful, I will put you inside. I said to him, what have I done? That was when he gave the order that I'll be put inside.
Senior boy.
That day, himself and the senior boy who is seated in front here,
Joe NIA, Koli, Ajunta, they came. He told them to take me to the quarters.
Also, I knew that before they will take me to the quarters because they were going to torture me. So I said, let me commit suicide. That is better.
But you are just going to receive some beatings.
Why you dañ la doon yóbbu rek pour dóor la?
Council, that beating is not beating that is peaceful. Someone who drinks alcohol and gets drunk and then comes to beat you. And in the midst of that beating, there will be no single person who will beg for them to forgive you. That day, inside his office, in the sitting room, that was where we were beaten.
In a sense, you're telling us that you preferred to kill yourself than to receive the beating that you were to be given, right?
Dang ñu bëgg wax ne yow jamono joju rey sa bopp sax moo la gënaloon ñu dem di la dóor yooyu.
It was better for me, yes.
And what did you do?
After dama mujjé gañ sama boppa si la ñëw téema.
I ended up injuring myself. And then they came and
what did you use?
Handcuffed me.
Lan nga jëfoo pour gañ sa boppa?
Weñ la use.
I took an iron.
And what did you do? How did you hurt yourself?
Naka nga gañé sa boppa?
You cut yourself in the chest?
Yes.
Were you just pretending that wasn't going to kill you?
Da nga gañ sa boppa ci dënn.
Am na benn waaji foofu sax Grand Jaay. Moom tam noonu la mujjee Grand Jaay James moo ko pengu tuuti mu dee. Ba ñu ko hospital docteur mu ne yow suñu la indoloon fii da nga doon dee.
It's not only me.
Grand Jaay dafa musa rendi boppam ni.
There was one guy also, Grand Jai.
James
had injected. James had injected him, and when he got to the hospital, the doctor told him that if he had taken a lot of time outside, he would have died. One time, he even tried to kill himself.
So he went on to say that at that time, for a lot of people, it was better to just die than to live under those conditions because the conditions were bad. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
It's better to die and be at peace than to go through the condition.
Do you have the marks, the scars? Later we will take pictures.
I have the scars.
Instead of letting you strip here, we will take pictures and we'll.
Wow.
No, it's okay.
Balanga sumeku fi da buñ paré fi dinañ sét legit yoy ñu natal ko.
That's right. So eventually you were taken.
Gannaaw gi lañ la yobbu.
Buñ ma yobbu dañ ma yobbu ci office am.
When they took me to his office.
Okay, ñu ngi encore bi mu ngi duga suñu loxo yi sa. Ya understand?
I was handcuffed, and they were tight.
The boy
they took, Koli. He was an officer. When he saw our situation, he felt sympathetic. He had the keys to the handcuffs, so he untightened it. But all along, Ijame was very attentive to our handcuffs.
And this Ijame, what is his first name?
Ijame mi mom
Ibrahima Jame.
This is the same person you're referring to as Chief Torturer?
Yes.
Does he have another name apart from Chief Torturer?
Amna benen tur bu uté Chief Torturer.
Is he the same person as Sefla?
No, Sefla is more brutal than all. Sefla Jaju. He is more brutal than anyone you can see in this world. He's going to Makati, but that guy...
You want us to believe that he is worse than Chief Torturer?
He's more wicked than Ijame.
And his name is what, Jaju?
Jaju.
Do you know where he's from in Gambia?
Jaju, xam nga fan la baye ko fi ci Gambia.
Some say he's from Abuko.
They come Farabala Dekanek.
But he's a native of Faraba.
Bukola stay.
Staying in Abuko.
That's where he stays.
Wow.
Do you know where he's from originally?
Fofu la deka na wa xam nga fan la judo.
Guy, original ambi Farabala joge.
They said he's originally from Faraba.
How about Chief Torturer, Ibrahima Jammeh?
Ibrahima Jammeh mi ngeen def ne mooy chief torturer moom xam nga fu mu bàyyee ko.
Ibrahima Jammeh foog na moom Bakaw la nekkoon si yaay Jammeh daal.
Ibrahima, I think he was in Bakau under Yajame's mother. They are relatives.
And tell us on this day when you were taken by Koli and they reduced the tightness of your handcuffs, and then what happened?
Léegi wax ñu nag bés bi nga xam ne Koli moo la doon yóbbu mu wàññi ceene bi ci sa loxo yi tuuti gannaaw boobu lan moo xew.
Bu mu ñëw bés boobu. dafa ñëw xool sama loxo mu gis ne affaire bi waa mu ngi yolam mu ne mu woo Koli mu xool Lamin Jatam affaire bi mu ngi yolam mu woo Koli.
When he came and noticed that our chains were not that tight, and also Laminja, he called Koli and insulted him. Insulted him severally.
In which language?
Ci ban làkk la ko doon saage?
English.
In English.
Sila jël encore bi si boppam mu tight encore bi fii tight ko bi, I understand.
And then he took it upon himself to retighten the handcuffs.
And how did it feel?
Naka nga yëgoon nag?
Metti rek.
It was painful.
Metti rek. Ante loxo ñu ngi nii fii.
It was painful up to now.
And then what happened after that?
Gannaaw loolu nag lan a xew?
Dafa ñu bàyyi noonu.
He left it like that.
Mu dem réeb gaa yi si biir. am na ne soo gis loolu yëpp lu mu bugg a réeb gaa yi noonu am na ne su ñëw pour réeb nit ñi foofu ñun duñ nangu loolu.
Mu dem lan réeb.
And then he went inside.
Raid.
And raided them inside, because the reason why he handcuffed us was that he knew that if he came there to conduct the raid and we were there, we wouldn't allow him.
Why was it necessary to conduct a raid at that time?
Lan moo taxoon mu leen def loolu ci jamono boobu?
Jamono boobu ke moo am doole so ba pare ñun ñaar suñu wàññi foofu rek moom suñu foofu ak tiimam du am kuy wax.
At that time, he was powerful, and he knew that if we were taken out of the lot from the others, if he came in, whatever he did, there would be no one to stand on his way.
From that, I deduced that you were a gang leader at the prisons. Somebody who would organize resistance to authority.
Bon mel na ni yow daal da nga jiite woon mbooloo boo xam ne kilifa yi suñ defee lu leen neexut yow da nga taxaw nga wone sam naxar.
Loolu daal loolu moom ke dëgga moom man duma ko mun a muñ ba noonu daal.
Well, as for that one, frankly speaking, that's not something that I can put up with.
Luy yoon soo leen ko def moom no problème mais soo leen bugg a ñëw jaay ñu doole ñun tamit balaa doole bi ëppa doole dinañ def dara.
If you are doing something that is right, there's no problem. But if you want to abuse your authority, then anything can happen.
So you were again beaten this time around?
Léegi boobu yoon dooraat nañ la.
Dafa ma yóbbu bu mu jël bagage yi ba pare confirmé dafa ñëw mu woo maar kooku pio la mu woo kii sous-traitant Khalil Jammeh Sahar Koli aw ma kooku dal la kooku espio la woon ak senior boy Koli dañ bari daal.
After he transferred my materials to my single cell, he called Omar, chief superintendent, and others. There were many. And then they came. They told them to catch me at the office, to hold me at the office. And so they lay me on the ground. Some sat here, others here, some on my feet. And then he stood. And he was giving me strokes severally. He beat me up until he was tired, until he was sweating profusely. So me too, after beating me severally until he gets tired, I'll ask him, Ijame, what have I done? He will tell me, if you don't say what you have done, I'll add it. And then he will tell them, hold him. And then he'll be beating me up again. His driver was present, and you can ask him. He was there.
ñaar yoon ñettal yoon bi Khalil sut kip sut tambi mu ne ma Khalil mu ne yow nopil.
He beat me up for 2 times, 3 times, and then the chief superintendent told me to shut up. Because this man will kill you. Keep quiet. That was when I kept quiet. We were there, and after which they took us and they sealed us.
Were you still okay after all that beating?
Gannaaw door yu metti yooyu la door nag ba pare naka nga yëgoon nag noo meloon.
I was not at peace.
Man since booba bente awma wér bu yaram mais duma di ñeme dem hospital tamit duma ñaan yàlla sama 9 months je ma génn seen loxo ma mun a dem faj sama boppa.
Since that time up to now, I am not in good health, but I am not always comfortable going to the hospital. All I am doing is
sen docteur bi sa bu ma check fii te wax na ma mu ne yow ay block wala ma ne ko man lu nekk si man mun ma la ko wax.
What I am praying for is for the 9 months to complete so that I'll be able to free myself from their control. If your doctor here examined me and asked if I had high blood.
Was that the last time you were beaten?
No.
Last day. That wasn't the last.
Tell us the next one.
Next one be Bob Thursday la won.
The next one was a Thursday when we were beaten.
Dafa demone si yard beat and base bobu.
He had gone to the yard.
Boy insist. Boy bu ñu insist dafa jëna mu dem gis daretu ñu call PIU.
You mean to say that the prisoners resisted a search?
Yes.
Bon dafa melni ñi nekk ci prison bi dañ bañoon pour ñu visiter leen.
Nga loolu la gisoon confirmé am na ne su ko bëgg def confirmé man ak Lamine Dia teguñu loxo dinañ try benn ti daal bañ.
That was what he suspected at confinement when he wanted to do it. He knew that if I was there and Lamine Dia, the boys would resist. That was why they took us aside and kept us under control.
ñun bu ñu génn foofu rek dafa ñu ak gaay yépp jël bagage yépp kenn du ñeme wax.
So once we were out of the way, he came with his people and he took all the materials and nobody dared say anything.
ñu nekk si yard bi ñoom jël nañ information ne ñu ngi jël bagage confirmé.
And those that are at the yard got the information that they are taking the materials of those in confinement.
So ñoom tam ñu nekk si waañ bi ñoom seen bagage yi ñu ngi si biir.
Those in the kitchen, their materials were also inside. They wanted to force to go in, and the officers said no, they will not go in. So that was how he and his people came into the yard. But the boys resisted.
So
he went out and called the PIU.
What do you mean by PIU?
Lan moy PIU?
Police intervention.
Police intervention.
Okay.
Called them. They came inside.
They held
the boys, beat them up, and there's one boy, Modlamin Dao. They beat him to the extent that he has lost hearing on one ear.
So boy, yep non len door boy tedal len.
That was how they beat up the boys and they made them to lie on the floor. And they were walking on top of them.
Who was doing that? The PIU or the prison officers?
Ñana doon def yoy PIU la wala ñi liggéey ci prison bi.
Officer la de ba PIU dañ ñom dañ mus de.
It was the prison officers. The PIU are very smart.
Ñun suñ last dem Janjambur ni sa dañu indi PIU fajar lañ indi PIU.
Even our last trip to Janjambur they brought PIU and that was early in the morning.
Ñom prison officer ñoo handcuff ma tank ak loxo.
The prison officers handcuffed me and they also shackled my feet.
Would come to that. That happened in 2017, thereabout, and that is outside our temporal jurisdiction. But let's talk about this incident where they again called the PIU.
So PIU,
that incident even featured in the news. I think the pictures were taken, probably by soldiers who were on top of the towers. That was how they beat up the boys. They took some to Janjambure and others to Jeshwang. Some were taken to confinement.
And what happened to you?
So ñun dañ tëdda bés boobu di polinde suba fajar Malantamba Jabi Jao Makalo dañ ñoo jël sima.
The following day, Jao, Makalo, Tamba, and others came to pick me up.
They
came and opened the door to the cell. They handcuffed me, and I asked them what happened. And they said, no, let's go. When we arrive, you will know. I said to him, upon all the things that you have done to me yesterday, if you are to add anything on top of that, I will die. That was how they took me out behind the confinement. They stuck sand into my mouth. That also I was lying down. Someone held my left arm, the other one held my right arm, and my legs as well. At that time, the chief officer, Malantamba, was the one doing the beating. He beat me for a long time, and what he was constantly saying
How could you say that with your mouth stuffed with sand?
No,
he was the one speaking. He said, anything that takes place here is you. Whatever happens here is you. And he constantly kept beating me up.
But how were you able to tell him?
After they removed the sand and I sat down, and he was questioning me. And I said to him, I have done nothing. God knows I have done nothing. So they took me back and they brought in Lamin Jah.
On that day, according to your statement, you were beaten until you became unconscious.
Yes.
No.
You have been beaten. Who is there to assist you? When you hear someone is being beaten and the person is screaming, it's because the beating is not yet very severe.
Did you get unconscious?
You will not even know where you are. When you are left alone, they must bring water to wash it over.
Okay, and then afterwards, what happened?
After that, I was sealed in one place.
Was that the last time you were beaten?
That was the last time.
Did this coincide with the arrival of the UDP officials in Mile 2?
ndax loolu dajee na ak waa parti UDP bi ñëwee foofu Mile 2.
ba bu ñu def loolu Thursday Friday am naa ne the next Wednesday next week Wednesday Thursday si leen tëj ñoom Ousseynou indi leen.
After they did that, Thursday, Friday, I think the following Wednesday was when they locked up Ousseynou Dabo and co.
Convicted.
Okay.
Sentenced, rather.
Yes, sentenced.
So, but prior to that, they were in remand.
Why bala lolu remand lañ nekkon.
Remand lañ nekkon.
They were in remand.
But before ñu yob leen remand.
Even before they were.
Win lañ nekkon de. Bu ñu nekk fofu dañ laaj gaay ñu ne ñoom tamit dañ wara am meew ak sukur at least su fekkente ne lekkay sax seen lekkay duñ ko mën a am mais nañ leen alaaw ñu am tii ak sukur gaay ñu xool daal loolu mënul leen fee ba si leen jël gaay ñëw leen remind.
Okay. So in all, how many times were you tortured in the prison?
Mboole seen yépp.
Beaten, corporal punishment.
ñaata yoon lañ la dóor bi nga nekkee ci kaso bi.
3 times.
I was beaten 3 times.
First dóor bi si lañ génn sama bëñ yi.
During the first beating, I lost my teeth.
Which one was removed?
Ban bëñ la moo ci génn.
Okay. Okay. Who was responsible for that beating?
Kan moo la doon dóor noonu jamono boobu.
ñu ma dóor ñoom yi jame la seen groupe bi la de mun naa ne ba dóor boobu recruté ñoo si gën a bari.
I was beaten by Ijame and his group. Most of them were recruits.
And of course, you have indicated that other people were also beaten, like Lamin Jah and the Nigerians who were in detention at the time, and a host of other people. So in a sense, beating people is common in Mile 2 prisons.
Waa wax nga fi ne ku mel ni Lamin Jah ak waa Nigeria yiñ fa jàppoon ak ñeneen ak ñeneen ñoo xam ne ñu ngi loon tëjoon ci kaso bi ñoo ñëpp dóor na leen bon daal dafa mel ni mbiri dóor ñiñ tëj ci kaso bi daal loolu lu fa doon dox la rek.
loolu moo nekkoon gànnaay kaso.
That was the weapon of the prisons.
Now tell us about Baba Job. He was detained in the prisons with you.
Léegi wax ñu mbiri ki ñoo wax Baba Job moom tam ñu ngi ko téyewoon foofu ci kaso bi ak yow.
Baba Job man foofu laa ko fekk 2007.
I met Baba Job there in 2007.
bu ma ko fekk foofu dëgga sama paala daal.
When I met him there, frankly speaking, he was my elder.
ñun ñooy play dam.
We played drafts.
ñu waxtaan number 1 ba moom number 4 la nekkoon man maa ngi woon number 5.
We'll sit down number 1 and chat. He was at number 4. I was at number 5.
How did he survive life in prison?
Moom naka la dëkkee woon foofu ci kaso bi.
jamono boobu maa baba tam boobu maa ko doon jàppale ba baba buñ ko lekka buñ ko doon jox si kaso bi rasinam du ko nangu lekka.
At that time, I was the one assisting Baba because the ration that he was given in prison, he never accepted to consume that.
Do you know why he refused to eat the prison food?
Xam nga li taxoon Baba doon bañ a lekk ñami kaso bi.
am na ne dañ ko bugg a rey daal moom wóolul gaay am na gaay.
He knew that they wanted to kill him. He did not trust them.
And what was he doing with the food that was given to him?
Léegi buñ ko indi laan lekk naka la ko daan def.
man maa koy liggante lekka.
I used to arrange food for him.
How would you do that?
Naka nga ko daan dimbalee ci lekka.
dama am benn boy siyaat bi Sonko kooku moo nekkoon raa sujeer boy bi waa Brikama la woon.
I had a boy at the main yard. He used to wash the basins and the cooking pots. He is a native of Brikama.
So moom mooy raa sujeer sauce bi sujeer maalo bi.
He used to wash the cooking pot, both for the rice and the stew.
su ma soxla bool maaro si kooku lay ñu ma ne jàppale ma am bool maaro.
And if I needed food, I used to come to him to assist me to have food.
su amee bool maaro mu takka ko mu sànni ma ko.
If he has a bowl of rice, he will tie something around it and bring it to where I was.
waaw loolu yëpp crime la woon saa suñu la téye loolu saa.
He would send it over the fence and you would receive it.
prisoner buy sànni lekk compagnie suñu la téye yow dañ lay paak.
That was even a crime on its own. If a prisoner was caught throwing food over into the cell, you would be packed.
So that's how you used to get food from this guy Sonko?
Noonu nga daan amee lekk ci Sonko.
And that's what you used to give to Baba Job?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, but how about the plate that he is given by the prison?
Léegi moom palaati lekk biñ ko daan jox moom Baba Job naka la ko daan def.
du ko lekka.
He never ate it.
Was he giving it to any particular individual?
Dafa am kum ko daan jox ndax.
loolu dégg naa loolu daal mais affaire boobu daal loolu leeruma noonu daal. yaa understand jibi ba rek laa xam ku nga xam ne moo ko doon liggéeyal si néeg bi mooy clean néeg bi mooy fóotal yéram jibi ba kooku.
Okay, but let's go back to this issue. You said it's not clear to you. What was it that was not clear to you about who was eating, the person who was eating his food?
Legi nga ne leerut la léegi lan moo la leerutoon ci kan moo dee lekk ñami Baba Jobe bi lan la ci leerut.
am nga ñun suñu jógee benn sa right now man noonu laa min su ma yeew nii.
You know, when we get up,
up
till now, I'm used to that. When I wake up, I'm at number 1. I don't go to number 4, 5, or other areas if I don't have any business to do there. At this time, I'll be there exercising until when I get tired, I'll relax. When Baba Jobe was there, all of us used to converge there.
Mom Lamin Dabo, ñom élève, ñom Lamin Jaaju, ñom Aliou Ba, wa suñuy play gaay dañ ko di agence ci dam. When gaay mon lañuy faral.
When
dañ ko di agence ba moma gaay jaranko am wala jaranko ak ñom min koy ya understand.
At that time, myself, Baba Jobe, Laminja, and others, when we played draft, they used to support me and oppose him, and they'll be having this joking relationship within the people of Jara and Nyumi.
What I am after is, was there any particular individual who was giving his food to?
Man lima laajte lima bëgg nga leeralal ma mooy Baba Jobe lekka bi buñ ko joxaan te daanut ko lekka ndax am na kum ko daan jox.
That is the person I don't know. But I can talk about Jibi because
you don't remember the person's name or you don't know the person.
Ndax ba nekk ni da nga fàttaliku tur bi ndax da nga xamut borom.
I cannot remember the person's name. It's been a long time.
But do you know if that person actually existed and you cannot remember the name, or you do not remember him having a relationship with anyone who he was giving his food to?
Léegi lekka biñ ko daan jox da nga xam ne am na kum ko daan jox de waaye mënuloo ko fàttaleku wala dafa nekk ne yow xamuloo sax ne am na kum daan jox lekka bi.
No, mënuma ko fàttaliku daal mënuma ko fàttaliku.
I cannot recall.
am naa ne moom Jibi Ba okay benn boy tam mu ngoon foofu waa Bissau la Jao.
There was one other boy, a native of Guinea-Bissau called Jao.
Moom lastly infirmary la dee sax.
He ended up dying at the infirmary.
mun na nekk boy boobu Jao.
It could be that boy.
Death row la nekkoon.
Jao, who was on death row.
Was Baba Jobe giving him his food?
No.
Baba Jobe daf ko daan jox lekkaam mi.
So jox lekka bi daal loolu laa xamul ba ku mu war a jox lekka dëgga foofu ku koy liggéeyal ku nekk boy bu am nga rek maybe any lekka foofu kooku moo xam naka la koy def.
The person whom
tam boobu sax Yanguba Njaay mu ngi si kas mu ngi foofu right now life prison la. Kooku tam boobu tëjuñ ko.
The person that he used to give the food is what I don't.
Koku leka yu bari ni comme mburu yi ni rakam koku lay doon indi su indil koku mburu ak lu sew li mu wara leka koku tam mu indi ko.
We received information from a witness that the prisoner Baba used to give his food to eventually died.
Dafa am xibaar buñ fu jot nag ne Baba buñ ko joxaan lekka boobu daanu ko lekka dafa am kum ko daan jox te kooku gannaaw gi sax dafa gaañu.
We have not received a name, but this is. Can you confirm that as true, or you don't know?
Ndax mun nga ñoo wéral ndax loolu dëgg la woon wala.
mun ma remember boobu. Man Baba foofu laa ko fekk 2007.
I cannot recall that. Remember that I found Baba in 2007 there.
But you know quite clearly that Baba used to refuse the food that was given to him.
Du ko lekka.
He wouldn't eat it. He wouldn't eat it.
And your view is that he wouldn't eat it because he thought that they were planning to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moom sax xamoon na loolu.
He knew that himself.
How do you know that?
Naka nga xamee loolu?
Xam na ko ba moom xam na ne ñu mu xamal problème daal duñ ko bàyyi noonu mu génn.
He knew it. He knew that the people with whom he had a problem, we will not allow him to get out alive.
9 years lañ ko tëj.
He was prison for 9 years.
9 years am bi foog na dafa waroon génn ba lansin su amoon lansin kaso am jeexoon na woon.
I think he was due for release,
nanguñ ko jox lansin.
but he was not issued with a license.
So he wouldn't be discharged,
Yes.
even though he had finished his term.
Bon mu ngi mel ni daal nanguñ ko woon a bàyyi dëgg la sax àpp bi mu waroon a tëdd jeex na waaye nanguñ koo bàyyi.
Non nanguñ ko ba dëgg dafa waroon am lansin.
They did not
lansin.
allow him out, but frankly, he should have been given his license.
There were several hunger strikes in the prisons. Could you tell us why?
Am na ci ñu ci bari ñoo xam ne nag ñoom dañ daan bañ a lekk foofu ci prison bi di ñu mun a wax loolu loo ci xam.
Under strike moom ñun mus nañ def under strike 2011.
We once did a hunger strike in 2011.
Under strike boobu buñ ko def.
When we did that hunger strike,
ngir kila woon Dennis.
it was because of Dennis.
Ak gars yi dañ ñëwoon pour ñu ne dañuy jël suñu télé yi tamit.
They came and said they were going to take our television sets.
David Cole dafa jox gars yi order ba Rambo dafa jëndoon télé bu bees ak receiver dafa yónni gars yi pour ñu ñëw jël boobu ñu yóbbu ko.
David Coley gave order. Rambo had bought a new television and a receiver, and he gave instructions for those to be taken away.
Bés boobu ñun tam dañ bañ.
That day, we also refused.
Ba bés boobu man Baj Pay ñoom Aliou Ba dañ bari ñun yëpp dañ insist daal ñu ne affaire boobu du mun a dem.
That day, myself, Bajpai, and the others, we insisted that they were not going.
And what eventually happened?
Gannaaw gi lu mujjee xew nag.
Lu mujjee xew daal after ñun dañ ne léegi lekka bi daal seen lekka suñu buñ ko lekka nañ ko delloo.
Well, at the end of it, we decided amongst ourselves that we will no longer consume their food.
Loolu mooy suñu doole kay.
That was the strength we had.
And were the ringleaders also beaten this time around?
ñi nga xam ne ñoo jiite nag mbooloo mi ndax boobu jamono boobu dóor nañ leen nag. bi loolu xewee.
am nga loolu daal loolu luñ ko defee man su fekkente ne black jumper laa doon sol temps bi dafa fekk deena.
What the way they used to do it was such that if at all I used to wear a black jumper, I would have died by this time.
waaw ñoom foofu ñun ñoo nekkoon ring leader yaa ngi gis de ñoom Aliou Ba ñoom Lamine Dabo ñoom Lamine Jaaju.
At that time,
ñoom yëpp si leen bokka woon.
And who are those people? Where are they now?
ñi nga lim nii ñan la. anañu.
They are dead. They are dead.
One problem boobu after dañ ma mujj génne si confinement foofu sax.
Because of that problem, they ended up removing me from the confinement.
How did those people come by their deaths?
ñooñu lan moo waral seen dee.
ñoom kay daal mun naa ne daal prison officer ñoo leen selecté.
I can say that they were selected by the prison officers.
ba bu ñu indi Bora Koli foofu ñu yóbbu David Koli advisor.
When they brought Bora and took David to the Interior Department as advisor,
ñu indi Bora Koli foofu.
they brought in Bora Koli.
ñoo select affaire bi.
They made the selection.
And these were death row inmates, weren't they?
te ñooñu dañ leen tëjoon ne dañ leen war a rey ñoom la.
Yes.
And those are the ones who were executed in 2011.
ñooñu mooy ñi ñu reyoon atu 2011.
And you said they were selected by Bora Koli.
te nga ne Bora Koli moo leen tànnoon.
Bora Koli tànnul ñoom David moo leen tànn.
Bora Koli did not select them. It was David who did the selection.
moo nekk interior advisor.
Was the advisor at the Interior.
so moo xam prisoner yi tamit.
And he also knew the prisoners.
In a nutshell, how would you describe Mile 2 prison for someone who has no idea what the prisons is like?
léegi nit koo xam ne mu ngi nii xamut sax naka la kaso bi mel yow bu fekkee ne yaa ngi koo waxal mbiri kaso bi ni mel naka nga ko koo waxee.
kaso bi ke doo mun a ne mile two kaso la de mile two concentration camp la.
You cannot refer to mile 2 as a prison. It is a concentration camp.
No further questions for the witness, Mr. Chair. So it's also time for the break, for the lunch break. So I leave it in your hands to decide. We still have another witness who should come after the lunch break. So it's in your hands, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So are you finished with this witness?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Counsel, and thank you very much, Mr. Conde, for your testimony. But that last description is a bit chilling, that mile 2 is a concentration camp.
jërëjëf Mr. Conde li nga ñëw joxe fi sa seede waaye dafa am kàddu yoo mujjee wax nag ne mile 2 moom du kaso li ñoo wax concentration camp la foo xam ne dañ fa dajale ay nit loolu naka nga ko waxee loo ci tekki.
It's quite chilling. It's quite chilling. Dawna yaram lol. Ragluna.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you for that. Commissioners, if you have any questions, yeah, Commissioner Jones, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. Conde. I have 2 questions to ask. As a prisoner in prison, do you have access to the Prison Act? That way you know what your rights are as a prisoner.
Mr. Conde, dama la bëgg a laaj dafa am téere boo xam ne moo ëmbal luwaa yi dox ci biir kaso bi ndax yéen bu fekkee ne tëj nañ leen fa di ngeen dee mun a jot ci téere boobu noonu.
téere boobu da ngaa tëdd kaso ba jeex.
That document, you will spend your entire time in the prisons and you will not set your eyes on it.
You mentioned that you were tortured several times. The Act also states that if a prisoner is to be tortured, there should be a medic present or someone authorized by the minister. During the instances that you were tortured, was a medic officer present?
Yow wax nga ne am na ay yoon yoo xam ne dóor nañ la te luwaa bi li mu wax mooy ne bu fekkee ne am na kenn koo xam ne tëj nañ ko ci kaso bi te war koo dóor dafa war a am ñoo xam ne ci wàlli fajkat yi lañ dañ fa war a teew ndax loolu xewoon na ci jamono jooju.
No, loolu amul.
That never happened.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Carr, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have 3 questions I want to ask. The first is you've mentioned that in several instances, a lot of prisoners died in the prisons. Do you know if their religious rites were performed on them?
Wax nga fi ne am na ñu bari ñoo xam ne dee nañ jamono joo xam ne ñu ngi leen tëj ci kaso bi ndax gannaaw buñ deeyee liñ leen war a defal ci seen wàlli diina pour defal ko niw bi dinañ leen ko dee defal.
niw bi ñun duñ ko di gis de niw bi ke suñ ko jël yóbbu ko hospital moom.
We never see the dead bodies. Once they are taken to the hospital, we don't see them again.
Okay, I was going to ask you the second question, but let me just move to the third question. The third question is, according to your testimony, you are leaving prisons in 9 months. Do you think you have been prepared for life after prison?
Waaw yow ci sa wax daal mel na ni des na juróom-ñeneenti weer rek nga war a génn ci kaso bi yow at yi nga tëdd nii ci biir kaso bi yëpp ndax foog nga ne nag waajal nga sa bopp fi mu nekk nii pour dugaat ci biir askan wi.
Just add, because the reason I asked this question is we had testimony from prison officials in the past few days saying that they have skills and other ways of preparing prisoners for life after prisons. That's why I'm asking, after you leave prison, have you been prepared for life after prisons?
Boo gisee ma laaj la lii nag dafa am ñoo xam ne joxe nañ fi seen seede te ñoom ñu ngi liggéey foofu ci biir kaso bi ñoom li ñu wax mooy ne ñiñ tëj foofu dinañ leen dee waajal di leen jàngal ay métier ba nga xam ne suñ génnee ci kaso bi dinañ mun a dimbalewaat seen boppa ndax loolu dal na la yow.
dëgga man ñi fu mu toll nii funye janga métier bob sa man sama tanka du fa aga.
Frankly speaking, these people, even where they are training people on skills, I don't even step my foot there.
Doma troxal.
You will not make me to suffer
Be buga ma rey.
to the extent of wanting to kill me.
Yalla nangul.
But because of God's intervention,
Yo du ya ma muna defar.
you are not the one to make me up, not you.
Lol mota man funye janga dal musuma fa dem sa.
That is why where they are being, where they are teaching these skills, I don't even go there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Chair, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Conde.
Jërëjëf Mr. Conde.
I have 4 specific questions.
Am na ñeneenti laajte yu ma bëgg a laajte.
The first one is, where is Ibrahima Sanyang today?
Bu njëkk bi mooy, ana Ibrahima Sanyang?
Ibrahima Sanyang dafa dee.
He is dead.
Thank you. The second one is, the deputy director who said that prisoners should not have access to sugar. What was his name?
Ñaareel laajte bi mooy, ki nga xam ne moo toppoon ca directeur ba te mu wax ne nag ñiñ tëj ci kaso bi ñoom waru ñoo jël sukur naka la tudda?
Kooku Yaya Jaaju Serfly la tudda.
Na?
Serfly Yaya Jaaju.
Serfly Yaya Jaaju.
Sefla.
Oh, Sefla. Chief
The
Yaya.
person he said is more wicked than chief torturer.
The third one is, when your teeth fell out, did you have access to dental care?
ñetteel bi mooy bañ la dóori ba dama sa boñ bi ndax dimbale woon nañ la pour nga dem ci ñi nga xam ne ñooy fajkati boñ yi.
Man dóor buñ ma dóor si kaso bi seen clinique sa musuma aga foofu lu may liggante daal sama gaay comme Sidi Jakte mu ngi foofu ñeneen jamono moom dafa ma doon dimbale ñeneen amox Brufeng ñeneen garab yi yooyu ñoo ma doon dimbale.
The beatings
dem foofu seen
I got at the prison, I never went to the clinic. I had people outside who were assisting me with amoxicillin and other drugs when I needed them.
Final question is, how do you call the officer in charge when you are in your cells?
Léegi jamono bi ngeen a nekk ci seen seel bi naka ngeen di mun a ooyee naka ngeen a jotee ci ki nga xam ne mooy officer bi nga xam ne moo nekk in charge naka ngeen a jotee ci moom ba oo ko.
soo nekk si seel danga taxaw si planter bunta bi nga yu complain officer.
You stand at the door and peep through the window and call out the officer.
Bob tam balaa ñu ñëw dafa jël time de.
And even at that, before they come, it takes a long time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Conde.
Thank you. Before I come to you, Commissioner Mam Diallo, okay, Council, you wanted to raise a point of order. Please go ahead.
Well, there is just one discrete issue that I just wanted to raise with the witness. Just one small issue, and then you would continue because.
Please go ahead then.
Yes, you testified against Asa Baji, Jesus, in his trial, didn't you?
Ate bi ñoo ate Esa Baji Jesus yow joxe nga fa sa ay seede ndax dëgga.
Du dëgga yëpp fen la.
It's not
Did
true.
you testify
It's a whole
against
lie.
him? Did you testify against him?
Yes.
Ndax joxe nga sa seede boo xam ne ànduloo ak moom.
Joona seede.
The evidence you gave, was it truthful?
Lang fa joxe ci seede ndax dëgga la.
Evidence yooyu du dëgga.
That evidence was false.
False evidence.
False evidence.
Why did you give false evidence against him?
Lu tax nga def loolu.
Mbokkam yi ñoo ma doon toppa so man su ma ko defloon tam boobu sama bakken mun na si des sax.
His relatives were after me, and if I did not do that, I could have lost my life.
Si loolu laa nekka so luñ ma wax daal dama ko war a nangu. su ma ko nangul man sama bakken moo fay des.
I was under control, and if I did not do what they wanted me to do, I could have lost my life.
Which of his relatives are you referring to?
Yan mbokkam nga wax ni ne ñoo la doon toppa.
Waa ñu kii affaire bi yëpp ñoom Pahar Jame ñoom Ben ñoom Numunkuja bi
Easy. One by one. Tell us who.
wax ñu ñan la benn benn.
waa ñu ma woo moom si office NIA. am boobu Numu Kujabi.
At the office of the NIA at the time, Numu Kujabi. Pahar Jame.
Key prosecutor bi Nigerian boobu Kenkeng.
And the chief prosecutor, the Nigerian, Kenke.
ñoo set plan bi yëpp.
They cooked up the plan.
dañ indi Tony. Tony dafa bañ.
They brought Tony, but Tony refused.
ñu yóbbu Tony Bambadinka.
And they took Tony to Bambadinka.
Did they do anything to him?
def nañ ko dara Tony.
dañ ko dóor.
Yes, they beat him up.
ko tamit waa luñ bugga danga wax.
Whatever they wanted you to say, you will say.
dañ woo Tony ñu woo ma.
After Tony, they called me and we discussed
naka lañ mun a dugal kii waa ji.
how we could implicate this guy.
And what evidence did you give against him?
wan seede nga fa joxe woon yow.
ñun ñoo bokk sàcca. mais loolu naka la mun a possible.
I said we were collaborators in the stealing, but how can that be possible?
So in a sense, you told the court that Esa Baji, Jesus, was part of your gang, your criminal gang, which went around stealing from shops or breaking and robbing shops. That's the evidence you gave, right?
Kon dafa melni yow li nga wax ci code bi moy ne Esa Baji dafa bokkon ci sa groupe bi nga xamne yena daan wër di sàcc ci bitiki loolu nga fa wax.
dañ ne moom mooy jox uniforme fetel man la man kooku musuma jox loolu yaa understand.
They said to me he gave me uniforms and weapons, and I said I have never seen this individual, but they kept persisting.
waaw loolu yëpp amuñu woon doole sax mais moom buñ ko indi kaso ba mu jotaak seen big man bi si la affaire bi gën a am doole.
Which big man?
yaa jame bu mu amaa yaa jame problème xam nga moom tam boobu dafa doon wax you see.
So in a sense, you gave false testimony against Esa Baji, leading to his troubles with the government, correct?
yow bon dafa melni yow da nga dem ci code bi nga fenal Esa Baji be lolu sax mo jur mu am jafe-jafe ak nguur gi.
When you are given an opportunity to close, perhaps you would have a few words to say to Esa Baji and also all the owners of all those shops that you have robbed while you were a thief in this country.
Bala nga jeexal dinañ la jox pour nga joxe sa kàddu yu mujja te yaakaar naa ne jamono jooju di nga jéggalu Esa bu baax ci li nga ko def ak borom bitik yi nga xam ne demoon nga toj fa sàcc fa.
Counsel, when was the court made aware of the fact that Mr. Conde had given false testimony?
It's coming out now. It's only coming out now.
And I hope what we have been hearing from him now is true testimony, and he's been telling us the truth.
That's why we went through the trouble at the beginning to explain to him the consequences of lying. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, Counsel. Imam, you have the floor, please.
Witness. What I want to ask you is this. You see all of the things that you have come across in life. You are about to be released. You say within 9 months, if God wishes it, you'll be out of the prison. I want you to tell the citizens of the Gambia what you have planned for yourself after that. And what will you tell Gambians today? Especially our youth, so that they do not emulate your footsteps and the troubles that you have encountered. Thank you. Thank you, Imam. On what I should say to Gambians, the troubles I have encountered in jail, I am not praying for it to happen to anybody. And I am pleading to all that whatever you do, make sure that it is lawful That is what I have to say.
Thank you. Let me finish the commissioners on my left. Imam C, you have the floor, please.
Ibrahima Soriba jërëjëf.
Thank you, Ibrahima Soriba.
Bi ngay dugg ci li fekke sey nga wala seyagoo?
When you were going into all of these things, were you married or not yet married?
Married now.
I was married.
Am nga ay doom?
Do you have children? I have only one child.
Namu?
Where is he? He's in Guinea.
Li nga nekk ci lii maar fi mu nekk nii change na ci yow lu bari.
The experience you have undergone, has it changed anything in you? Where I am today, the fact that I am here sitting and speaking the truth, I have changed. If I had not changed, I wouldn't have spoken the truth. But the fact that I have sacrificed to come and sit here and speak the truth, it is because of change. Yes. What have you learned? I have learned the Quran. A little bit of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Ibrahima.
Soriba Conde.
What I want to ask you is,
juróom-ñeneenti doctor yi nekk foofu yëpp amu leen fa benn qualified doctor ci seen medic bi.
Among the 9 doctors there, you have no qualified medics amongst them.
Qualified doctor.
Qualified doctor amu fari men dega jigen bu togon fi mu ngi don wa fi demba.
There is no qualified doctor. In fact, the witness who was here yesterday alluded to that.
Jigen bobu man musuma dimbale de men sama morom prisoner yu bari
never assisted me. Most of our prisoner colleagues, we assist ourselves.
Yeah, she says that lady who appeared here yesterday, although she has never helped me, she has helped a number of prisoners at the prison.
Thank you, thank you.
Mungi dimbale yu bari fofu ba ñeneen sa sen garab yi suñ ko mun takki mo leen di jëndal garab mungi dimbale dal ba ñu ma nekkal fo man duma di dem clinique de mais ñu fay dem yépp lu baax lañuy wasi mo.
She helped a lot of people. In fact, some, when they cannot afford their medicines, she will get them for them. She assisted a lot of people, but I personally never go to the clinic.
So dafa melni yen prisoners yen xamulen ne amulen train nurse ko xamne war na leena dimbale parce que demba lañ nañ ko fi mu ne mom trainuñ ko train bo xamne train bu amé certificate bo xamne wone warana wone ne is a qualified nurse pour mu leena topoto.
So it's like you, the prisoners, do not even know that you have someone who is a trained nurse to render assistance to you. Because we spoke to her yesterday and she said that she's not been trained to that level where she can be certified to be said to be a qualified nurse.
Mom, munta ñëw fi mu ñëw toog fi mu ne moytu am na qualified doctor su war a def loolu yàlla sax du ko baadal.
She couldn't have come here and claimed that there is a qualified nurse at mile 2. If she did, even God will not pardon her. There was no way but for her to come here and tell you the truth.
Maybe yalla munna dimbale gaay ñu mëna am qualified doctor.
And by her telling you the truth, it could be that through the help of God, it will be that assistance will come for them to be able to have a qualified nurse.
Okay, ci biir waxtaan bi la lead council doon laaj.
Inside the discussion with the lead council,
foog naa ne soo leen ñëw pour testify dañ la dee jox alxuraan ne nga téye ko nga waat.
Yes. I think before you come to testify, you used to be given a Holy Quran to hold and to swear by.
So kere bi nga wax keesi Jesus bi ndax joxuñ la woon alxuraan pour nga waat.
The day that you were given testifying in Esha's case, were you not given the Quran to swear by?
Fofu prosecutor bu fa nekk sax ñoom xam nañ ne du dega ba ñoo nekk di ma jàngal wax lu ma war a wax.
There, in fact, even the prosecutor of the case knew that that was not true because they were the ones who were teaching me what to say. They were teaching me, when you stand there, this is what you say and this is what you say. The one who was here yesterday, Korka, he knew about it. There was a day he came and found me with the prosecutor and we were discussing, but he was driven away. Before we go into the court, the NIA that takes me in, it was assassin Senghor. When Senghor takes me, we go into a particular room inside the courtroom, the courthouse, and I will discuss with the prosecutor. And the points that he thought they will help his case, we will put emphasis on those. That was it.
So you dafa melni yow da nga dimbale mboki naka state bi nga dimbale state bi nga wax fen ci alquran te yow xam nga ne sa Allahu Taala li nga waat ci fen nga waatu lo dëgga so yalla dina la punish ci lolu ndax yow nangu nga lolu pour diko defal nit keneen.
You swore by the Quran and testified falsely in favor of the state. When you know that that is something that God will punish you on, are you in any position to do the same thing for some other person? If I was on my own, independently on my own, where I am brought here, nobody beat me up, nobody beat me up, nobody insulted me. So I will speak the truth between me and God. But the others, they knew that what they were, they knew that what they were, the allegations that they were levying against this guy was not true. Even myself and Lantombong, we went to the AG's office and he said this is not true. Until Jesus eventually became IG. So when he had a problem with them, they came and said, what do you know about this guy? And then they took me to the prosecutor. First prosecutor, in fact, the first prosecutor, Chenche, was withdrawn from the case. After Abdullah Minkai, and Abdullah Minkai took over. But they all knew what was in the case.
On en nañ la en bo xamne yo xamulo naka nga ko ene ko kon so yo julé kon ñaanal ci yalla bour bi ba paré nga jégalu
wa lool la it's like they give you a burden that you do not know how to unburden yourself so every day you pray to God
munna ñu mo wa fen mais am na ne fen bobu amul ngering.
I could have come and tell lies, but I know that such lies would have no meaning because you have important people here. Nobody beat me up, nobody insulted me. That is why I came and sat here. What passed, which I know to be false, I will make a clarity on that so that all of you will get to know it.
Sakadu bi baax na trop pour nga clarifier ko parce que dañ dé wax né ñun Trrc dañ leen fi dé ici pour jël suñ wax di leen ko def ci seen gémé yo pour ngeen wax kon xam nga né liñ la def ci code bi leen né ñun defuñ la ko bi mom yow ya xam li nga def nga wax ko
lool motax ma ñu wax dëgg fi
this statement is very important because there is accusation
fi tok fi seen kanam sama morom papa ñu ngi fi sama morom yépp fi dal kilifa ñoo fi nekka nobody
beat me up. Nobody insulted me. I was called to speak the truth. When it was difficult, to implicate someone's child, today that I have the opportunity to clear the air, I will not be ashamed to say so. Even while I was in Janjambure, I sent one officer, Bojan, to him. I know today he's watching and listening to me. And I told him to ask Jesus to forgive me. What I have done against him, I regret it, and I'm sorry. That is why here to come here and tell you lies. I do not see the benefit of such lies. Not at all. That was why even that which was a lie before, I came here and clarified it to you that it was a lie. If I was not prepared to change, I would have held my grounds and hold that to be true. And even when I hold the Quran and swear by it. But if I did that, it would be like as if I am not yet changed. I am not having that kind of heart now.
Thank you very much, Bishop. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Soriba Conde, you have spent many years in prison, and most of it you had bitter experience.
Soriba, amna at yu bari yo xamne def nga ko ci kaso bi te la nga xamne mom nga fa daj lu metti la.
Can you kindly explain to us what do you desire for yourself? Life after prison.
Ndax di ñu mëna wax yow fim nekk ni lan nga nimse lan nga ene sa bop gannaaw bo génné ci kaso bi.
Mo ne ni luma yene sama bop dal suma génné fi yalla dimbalé ma def business ida de continuer sama ligue driving.
What I wish for myself now is if I leave the cells, if God allows it, either I am engaged in business or continue what I was doing before, which is driving.
And does that mean that you will not allow yourself to be tempted again to your former way of life?
Won dafa melni dal do nango dugalat sa bop ci jëf ya nga xamne yang ko daan def bala nga dugga ci kasso bi.
Suma wara delo lu liggé bu nga xamne roxal na ma bugana de yalla jappale na ma still man nekul ne sama góor ya moma mota be ma ngi tok sen kanam te.
If I want to revert to my something that almost caused me to die, it's not because of my strength. That is why I am alive today. People who were healthier than me, who were more endowed than me, died in prison. But I see that God still loves me. So I too should love myself.
Thank you very much, Mr. Conde. If you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Jërëjëf Kande léegi nag bu fekkee ne am na ay kàddu yu mujj yoo xam ne bëgg nga ko fee gaaral mun nga koo wax.
Man de lu ma am pour wax nguur bi daal ak kilifa ñu fi nekk.
What I have to say to the government and the elders who are here.
Kaso bi yu bari ñu ngi fi.
There are many people in the prisons.
So, mistake more than fadugal.
And they got there through mistakes they committed. I know that many are there, but what they had done, they had regretted it.
How much they knew them the
I do not know those that go and come.
High sentence
Those who are there sentenced for a long time, we are acquainted. I am appealing to the government if they can allow them a chance and assist them. For me, where I am, my term has almost expired. But for them, the years to serve are still many.
second chance.
If the government could afford them a second chance, I'm appealing to assist them with that. I'm also appealing those that have mental problems and are in prison, so that they be assisted and take them to where they may get treatment. Secondly, the prison officers, I cannot say that all of them are bad people. I cannot also say that all of them are good. But what I'm appealing, they should try and see those that are good. There are youngsters there who are educated, to assist them, to educate them, to know their work, how their work is beneficial, to assist them on that front. As for the officers too, we are there suffering as prisoners, but the officers too don't have any peace at all.
No.
They don't have peace. If they too can be assisted. Well, in every place there are good and bad people. Still the bad ones are there. And the good ones too are there. That is why the director that is there, Ansumana Mane, we know him. He is not a bad person. He was our boss at the confinement. That was where he was taken away from to the Interior Department. If you could assist them, and also those that he works with, to assist him. We saw Anti-Rose in cells.
Anti-Rose director la on sikasobi.
And Anti-Rose was a director in the prisons. Those of us who were there during our time,
role bumu don play sikasobi.
The role that she played in the prisons, up till date, I have not seen any director who can play such a role, just as she did. That woman, during our time, she built the bakery that you have at Mile 2.
Christmas
That woman, she will cook for the prisoners during Christmas.
Friday,
she will cook for the prisoners on Friday.
Tuesday,
on Tuesday, she will cook for the prisoners.
Always,
and always, she is at the kitchen. And that time, the officers, anyone that touched the food of the prisoners, I will deal with you.
So
that woman did not need anything from the belongings of the prisoners. She worked and increased on our sustenance.
So I
also want our bosses who are there to have sympathy and assist their director to unite and do away with tribalism. This is the work of the nation. The prison is not for any one particular person. All of us belong to the prison. If we make it, we make it for the Gambia. If it is spoiled, it is the name of the Gambia that is spoiled. So what I am pleading to you, to assist them. They too should know how to go about with their people. I don't have much to say.
No, bepare mange ñaan insafal ak Gambien ñu nga xamne def na len lu bon.
Okay, I'm also appealing to Esa Baji.
Not Esa Fal.
Esa Baji.
Yeah, Esa Baji and other Gambians whom I have offended in the past.
Yes, nañ ma jégal.
Let them forgive me.
Yeah. Loolu la am pour wax leen daal.
That is what I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Soriba Conde, for your testimony, and we would wish you all the best after this episode of your life is over.
Soriba Conde ñu ngi laa gërëm bu baax di la ñaanal nag jàmm gannaaw boo xamee ne jeexal nga sa tëdd kaso bi.
And thank you very much again for coming to testify before the commission.
ñu ngi laa gërëm li nga ñëw pour joxe sa seede fii ci kanam commission bi.
Council, you wanted to say something about the matter.
Yes,
please, you have the floor.
Just to say that this person, Mr. Conde, has discharged his responsibility to the commission by testifying all that he knows about what happened at the prisons. He has mentioned names, and the commission wishes to inform all concerned not to take reprisal measures against Mr. Conde. He discharged his responsibilities as directed by the commission. Let nobody try to do anything to him by way of punishment. If anyone does that, it would be contempt against the commission. It would also be an interference in the work of the commission and would attract criminal sanctions. So this is just a warning. The commission would officially write to the prison authorities and inform them of this fact and ask them to pay attention to all witnesses from the prison who are testifying, so that to ensure that these people are protected and that nothing is done against them. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council, for that reminder, and not to do or take any reprisals against him, including corporal punishment. Thank you very much, and we would take a lunch break and come back at 3:10. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Meeting's adjourned.